Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order. And this is actually a continuation of the meeting from April 20th concerning the revisions to the Mount Healthy building and zoning codes. I guess since we had a lot of conversations on this last time, do you want to, can you review the changes that are made and then go from there?
Yeah, I thought I had actually talked to Melanie. I hate to put you on the spot, Melanie, but I think there were like 6 areas that we had talked about, 4 of which I think we had decided to make modifications on, and 2 that we didn't. So that might be a good starting point, is just to kind of refresh us.
Right.
Of those 6 points. I validated that they're all in there and have talked to John, but that might just kind of be a good way to just kind of get the meeting going. If
Yes.
that's okay with you?
Yep.
Okay.
So if we could start by just, let's go through the revisions that we added or changed.
Or Melanie can just kind of list those things, and then we can
Okay.
maybe get into the details. So go ahead, Mel.
Okay. So the first one on the list was chickens, but we decided that this was not going to change. The next one was decorative front yard fences, and there was not going to be any change to that. The next one is churches, which I have limited to 7% in the core business district, and this is on page 42. We were going to make it conditional use in all districts where currently permitted. And then the next one, zoning occupancy permit, and this is section 155.151. Changes, this was on page 103, number 3. We have legal language, and that's going to be nonconformity, add legal language. And then the last one was the Architectural Review Board, putting in a subsection.
Thanks, Melanie. Yeah, that's what I had
Okay.
in my notes, and I was able to review that. I mean, John made all the changes as I recall. The zoning permit exception change, removing those sections. It was the old page 103. Now it's new page 104. That was kind of the only difference there. Added the language back in on the Architectural Review Board, knowing that it's never been in its existence, but it's kind of just a placeholder if that's something we want in the future. Churches, the grid was changed, all conditional uses.
Okay.
And then the legal stuff from Scott was added for the legal nonconforming. So I don't know
Okay.
if there's any more questions or discussion or.
Okay, I don't have any further. Does anyone have any further discussion? No. So you want to, do we need him to review anything that was added, or is everybody fine with that?
I verified that he did his job and added, like we said, and it's been reposted. I think we reposted it on the website on Friday after
Okay.
we had our meeting, so it's been out there. Maybe the next thing to do is just kind of, just so we know kind of the next steps, would be that, I'll update council tonight, encourage them to start reviewing the document that's out there since it's so many pages.
Okay,
I've already told Gordon that, if we recommend approval tonight as presented, then there's a resolution that's put together that we kind of put council on notice, which I think we would do at the next meeting. Have our public hearing for the June 15th meeting, and a first reading that night, and then into July for approval. I mean, I think at this point, we've done it this long, that gives plenty of time for people to review and vet, and it's a lot of stuff, so,
yeah, okay,
right.
okay.
John, you want to add anything? You came all the way here.
It's 155 pages of really, really great night reading. But, yeah, and to confirm, what Bill said, the reviewing the 6 suggested revisions, the chickens were not, regulations were not changed, although there was a misspelling of coop, C-O-U-P to C-O-O-P, which we changed. We did not change anything at the front yard fences as per the Planning Commission's recommendation. The Churches were switched from permitting to conditional uses in all zones where they're currently permitted. We removed the zoning permit language that we discussed earlier. And we added the nonconforming certification as provided by the city attorney. And finally, we also re-added the architectural review board under the planning commission purview, and that is something that the planning commission may choose to activate per that section. But the whole section is basically lifted from the existing code into the new code, so it protects you guys in that way. So that's I'm just confirming what Bill said, and that's what I've got so far. So if you guys have any questions, I'm definitely able to hopefully answer
The only
those.
thing is that from what we have in the minutes
Mhm.
here versus what we had gotten, just the updates, like on here, it just says churches revised to be conditional uses in all zones. But in what we talked here, it did add the 7% to core district. I just want to make sure that, the core business district, I want to make sure that kind of supersedes
Right.
what we got here.
So the
This
7%.
doesn't say anything about that.
The 7% was in your existing code, and we
Okay.
transferred it over to this code. It was already in there, just I went ahead and found it. It was a percentage that I just needed to look up, so.
So, and it was in there, it limits, that's the only zone in the core businesses where it limits the number of churches that
Mhm.
can go in. But it was still a conditional use
Correct.
as well. So now, the other changes, now every district is a conditional use.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Yeah,
Except for the office business district where they were not allowed to begin with, so.
begin with, okay. Thanks, John.
Cool.
Yeah, do we want to open it up for any other public questions, or Jim, if you want?
That was my question.
Okay.
No further questions? Okay, then I guess we'll need a motion to accept the revised draft of the proposed zone code with those changes we made from the April 20th meeting. So if I can have a motion to accept that.
I'll make a motion to accept that.
And I'll second.
Okay. Everybody in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Granted, so,
And then we probably ought to do a motion to recommend to council the zoning change amendments as presented. Now
Okay.
that we've, so that's really what we're doing now, is just, our next step is to recommend, or there would be a motion to recommend to council to approve the zoning changes as presented. I think that would cover
okay,
it.
so you want to make that motion then too?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Okay. You got that, Melanie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
Second.
Second.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
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 So passed.
Okay. Well, I said 15 minutes, so
So that's it, so we need a
motion to adjourn?
motion to adjourn?
Yep.
Second. That was quick and easy.